tuning for Sweet Leaf is standard tuning. So we're going to do a lot of 5 chords or bar chords or power chords. So the main riff starts here in the 5th position. So you're playing an A5 and we're doing a 2 downstrokes, and we're kind of letting that chord trail off. So the first finger's on the 5th fret of the E, your ring finger's on the 7th fret of the A. So 2 downstrokes, let it trail off. Then we're going to shift down here to the 10th fret, and we're going to do like a little kind of chromatic pattern. And that's going to be 10, 9, 8. So that's going to be a D5, C sharp 5, and a C5. So, and then we slide back to the D5. Repeats again. Now, there's another part where basically the chords are going. The chords for that are going to be A5 again, and shift up to G5, C5, and then E5. Give that slowly again. So A, G, C, E, back to A. Okay, so that would be the A5, first finger on the 5th fret of the low E, 7th fret of the A is your ring finger. The G5 is going to be first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. Ring finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the A. For the C, it's going to be the 8th fret of the low E, ring fingers on the 9th fret of the A. And then for the E, your first fingers on the 12th fret of the low E, and your ring fingers on the 14th fret of the A. So that goes through, and there's a drum fill right there. Repeats again. Repeats again. And goes through 4 times. Go back into that main riff. So those are pretty much all the chords except for the chords right before you go into the guitar solo. So it's, I guess, like a bridge. So we're going through that part we just went over. We're doing the A, G, C, the E, the A, and then it gets to it again. And I think that whole thing gets through like 4 times, and then we do an A, shift to B. Okay, now we're doing it's like a gallop pattern there. And then that you're not actually going to play the chord here on the C sharp. You're going to slide into that. So you go from the B to the C sharp. Goes back again. Okay, and up to tempo, I think it's about 168, 170 beats a minute. So it's booking. So we're going. It's the second time, 3rd time. I believe this is the part where we start the guitar solo. Now, there's no rhythm guitar. Black Sabbath is mainly a 3-piece, so no rhythm guitar part under the solo, just an awesome, cool bass line. So once you come out of that guitar solo, there's a little chord that goes, or a riff, not a chord. So once we come out of the guitar solo, you're hitting a D5 here on the 5th fret of the A, ring fingers on the 7th fret of the D, then we're doing A5, G sharp 5, G5. So it's still up tempo. I'll play that a little slower. Again. And then the drums kind of come to an end, everything fades out, and we're back into the riff. And then we go into this lick. Okay, now that lick's going to be within the 10th fret and 11th fret on the G string and the 10th fret on the D string. So it goes for several bars. So we're doing a pick on the 10th fret with your first finger on the G string, 10th fret of the G string. And then we're going to, some people, I've seen people, you could use whatever fingers you want to use here, whatever's comfortable for you. For me, it's just more, I don't know, for whatever reason, just easier for me to do from the first finger to the ring finger here. Pick here, up pick here on the 11th fret of the G, and then we're doing a hammer-on pull-off. So hammer-on pull-offs where you're plucking the note one time, you're hammering on, and you're pulling off. So it's just one pluck. And then we pluck on the D string, so that's the 11th fret. So I'm going to play it slowly. So you just play that little lick over and over and over and up to speed. Okay, so now at the last note of that lick is a full bend on the 11th fret of the G string. So when I say a full bend, we're talking about a bend that's going to go 2 frets, so a whole step. Okay, so I'm bending to this note, which is G sharp. So you should, when you bend up like that, you should be right to that note. Okay? And there, Tony doesn't put any vibrato on the end of that. He just bends up and holds, and then we go into the really fast lick. So this whole lick is based on the pentatonic scale. In this case, it's in C sharp. So, if you're familiar, most people are familiar with that scale, all the lick is based right in that. So the first thing we're doing is I want to play the first part for you, the first fast lick. Okay, so we're bending up here at the 12th fret with your ring finger and your middle finger is behind it. So it's the 12th fret of the B string. We're doing a, so you have going up a full step. So here again, full bend. Oops, too far that time. And then we're doing that's a pull off. So the first note you're going to hit is the 9th fret of the high E. And then you're going to pull off from the 12th fret to the 9th fret of the B string. And then a pull off again here from 11 to 10 on the G string. And then you're picking this 11th fret of the D. So then we do so that's going to be a hammer on from 9 to 11 on D string. Hammer on both those strings. So hammer on from 9 to 11 D and 9 to 11 on the G string. So when you get to that 11th fret of the G, you're going to bend up. You're going to bar your first finger across the 9th fret of the B and high E. So the whole thing together is it's a hard lick. That's really, this for some reason, this was just an odd you know, the killer bass line that Geezer's doing underneath, and the drums are going all over the place. It was kind of, for me, it was hard to get into that kind of like, where do I fit in here on the guitar part. Really cool guitar solo. So the next part, let me play that one part again slowly. Repeat again, same bend. Okay, so we bend up again here at the 12th fret of the B. So bend up, let it down, and come back up. So we're 9th fret of the high E, pull off from 12 to 9 on the B, pull off from 11 to 9 on the G. Then we'll do a hammer on. So hammer on from 9 to 11 on the D and 9 to 11 on the G. And then we're coming back to this E note on the G string, which is the 9th fret. I'm going to pull off from 11 to 9, and then hammer on back to the 11th on the D string. So we got, real slowly, okay, so we're, you know, you can kind of see that 12th fret of the B. That's the melody and the solo that keeps coming back. So we're doing the same bend. That's it. I'm sorry. Had to play it again. So we go bend, bend. So pretty much the same notes, we're just playing them in a different approach. So we do a bend, bend, come to the 9th fret of the high E, back to the 12th fret of the B, and then we're doing it. So it's up, let it come back down, pick the B note, 9th fret of the B, and then 11th fret of the G. So play that slowly again. And then we'll do a similar to that other lick. So that's just a hammer on from the 9th to the 11th. And then a 9th, and that's the D string, and 9th of 11 on the G. And then we bend up right there a little bit, like a half bend. And then we do that little quick bend and vibrato there. So okay, and then we do the last part. It's going to be okay. So the last part, we do that bend again on the 12th fret of the B. We're doing we're grabbing, I'm kind of barring across here again on the 9th fret of the B and high E, and we're doing it. So it's a pull off. So 9th fret of high E, pull off from 12 to 9 on the B. Now on this part we're doing that's going to be 9, 11 on the G. So and then we're doing a pull off hammer on the 11th fret of the D to the 9th fret of the D. Then we do it, and that's going to be from 9th fret of the D to the 11th fret of the A to 9th fret of the A. And I'm not picking anything on, picking that right there, and then I'm pulling off from 11 to 9 on the A string. And then the last part's going to be do another pull off from 11 to 9, and then slide your first finger to the 7th fret of the A string, and then you're going to grab that C sharp note on the low E string. So, okay, play that slowly again. And then we go into that last riff. Okay. Okay.